Hello, this is Carlos from a Church of Christ channel. Please subscribe. So today I'm going to be talking about be careful getting sabotaging advice from so-called friends. Be careful getting sabotaging advice from so-called friends, okay? This is 1 Kings chapter 12. Okay, we're going to start with verses 1. Then Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel had come to Shechem to make him king. Okay, so he was going to be king of Israel. And when Jeroboam the son of Nebat heard of it, for he was still in Egypt, where he had fled from King Solomon. So Jeroboam had fled from King Solomon earlier and dwelt in Egypt. Okay, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt. And they sent word to him and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake to Rehoboam, saying, Your father made our yoke hard. Okay, talking about Solomon. Now therefore make the hard service of your father and his heavy yoke that he put upon us lighter. So apparently Solomon made the burden of the people grow, but he was saying, okay, you come and you make our burden lighter, and we will serve you. So the people were saying, if you do this, we'll serve you. And he said to them, go away for another 3 days and then return to me. And the people went away. So he made his decision. And sometimes when you make important decisions, you need to take your time, gather a little space. And as you'll see, really you need the right counsel. If you have the wrong people around you, it'll show. Okay. Then Rehoboam took counsel with the elders who attended Solomon his father while he was alive. Okay, saying, what counsel do you give me to return as an answer to this people? Okay, listen to what they said. And they spoke to him, saying, if today you will be a servant to this people, and serve them and answer them and speak good words to them, then they will be your servants always. Okay. What did he do? What did Rehoboam do? But he forsook the counsel of the elders with which they counseled him, and took counsel with the young men who had grown up with him, who attended him. And he said to them, what counsel do you give me that we may return in answer to this people who have spoken to me, saying, lighten the yoke that your father put upon us? Listen to what they said. And the young men who grew up with him spoke to him, saying, thus shall you say to this people who have spoken to you, saying, your father made our yoke heavy, but you must make it lighter on us. Thus shall you speak to them, my little finger is thicker than my father's loins. And now, whereas my father have laid a heavy yoke upon you, I will increase your yoke. My father chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. So here we have Rehoboam, who was Solomon's son, and the people of congregation of Israel was going to make him king. All right. And, then we see a little piece of Jeroboam, and how he fled from Solomon. He stayed in Egypt, and he came back. But basically, when Jeroboam and the congregation of Israel, what they requested is, okay, your father made our yoke heavy, putting things on us that we couldn't handle. So we want you to make things lighter for us, okay, and we'll serve you forever. All right, so he sent the people away for 3 days, and then he took counsel with the elders who actually worked with his father. And the counsel that they gave him was, if you speak good words to them, you make their, their yoke lighter and all of that, they'll serve you forever. But it was saying that Jeroboam didn't listen to them. He listened to the young people that he grew up with. Okay? Now, does that sound familiar in our culture? How many times do we have people that, at companies that, for instance, can give good counsel based on the work that they do, but instead they don't listen to that counsel. They listen to higher ups that don't do the work. Or about dating advice. You go to people that, have been there, done that. They mean well for you. But instead of taking their advice, you go to friends that, they may be in the same boat you in. You see what I mean? So be careful taking so-called advice, which can be sabotaging, from so-called friends. Okay? These young guys that he grew up with, he had no reason to get counsel from them. Okay? Because, this is what the elder people were saying. If he spoke good words to them, and if he'll be a servant to the people, they'll be your servants always. But it said right here that he forsook the counsel of the elders, which they counseled him. They was working with his father. They knew the issues. And took counsel with the young men who had grown up with him. Okay? And, they wasn't going to be on the throne anyway. So they didn't have no reason to give him counsel. So be careful of people that try to give you counsel. They're so-called friends of yours. And at the end of the day, those type of people do not want to see you succeed. Okay? That's just a word of thought. And this is Carlos from the Church of Christ channel, signing off.